Okay. Hey, everybody. What's up? I want to talk about this quiz I just put out on Instagram. I used the quiz function in stories, and it was pretty great. I kind of made it up as I went along, just things that I've been thinking about recently, and I wanted to share some things with you how it went. The first question I asked was when 85% of your email list isn't opening emails, and I gave four options. That's a little bit fuzzy of a question. What I mean is, what's the best way to increase your open rates for your email? What's the easiest way? I said run an engage campaign and unsubscribe non-responders, or run an A/B test, or change the send time, or change your greeting to "Hey guys." That's obviously not the answer, even though some people chose it. The the majority of people said run an A/B test. What that means is change out your subject line. That's a good answer, but it's not the easiest way to do it. The easiest way is you've probably got people on your list that don't want to get emails from you. So run a re-engage campaign and unsubscribe people is the easiest thing to do. And what I mean is you segment your list of who hasn't opened emails from you in forever, or if you're in MailChimp, it ranks them if they're a 2-star or below, and they haven't opened up the last 5 email campaigns. Put them in a different segment by themselves and send them an email that says, "Hey, notice we haven't heard from you in a while. We haven't connected in a while. Do you still want to get these emails? If you do, click this button. If you don't, just do nothing, and we won't email you anymore." Or just don't say that, but say just do nothing. If they click the button, you can set up a trigger that'll put them in a different tag and remove that tag, so they won't get deleted. But if they do nothing, after 2 weeks, you come back in there and you just unsubscribe all those people, because they don't want to hear from you. They're not listening. They're not paying attention. It is the fastest and easiest way. And here's what's going to suck about that is that a lot of your staff members are going to be on that list, and they need to know that. If they're going to get on the list, they need to pay attention to what's being sent out. But that is actually the easiest way. An A/B test can work. You can test different subject lines, but really if you want to make sure that you've got only people on your list that want to hear from you, that will raise your open rates significantly overnight. So that's the easiest way to do it. All right, the second quest was which will have more eyes on it in the end. In other words, who will see this, whatever you put out here more, email, text, social media post, or printed flyer? The answer was text. By open rates for a text message are like 90%. It's ridiculous. A lot of people put social media post. Nope. Social media is not the best way to get your message out when you have something important to say. And, if you want to put some money behind it, maybe. But if you want to just put out something and communicate with people, text messages are the highest open rates. Email is probably second. Social media is a distant third. And printed flyer, I don't know why you're doing that. But one person said they should. Yikes. Another one was, what's the average open rate for church newsletters? A lot of people said 15%. The average open rate for nonprofits is about 20%. If you have a well-segmented list and you're doing really well with that, it's going to be around 20%. That's a benchmark you can look for. That was the second place answer. Everybody else said 15%. But many churches actually get upwards of 30 and 40% if they're healthy with their email list. So that was the answer there. And then I asked, how long should your sermon be for your YouTube channel? And 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 45 minutes. And then the last one, as long as it's interesting or helpful. That's the right answer. It doesn't really matter how long something is. If it's interesting and helpful, people will pay attention to it. Now, 20 minutes, if you're going to have to put a number on it, probably the best answer. But honestly, as long as it's interesting, you can go. That's the same thing for a podcast, blogs, things like that. All right. And here's another one that a lot of people got, which I'm surprised. There are more registered email addresses than social media handles combined. True or false? True or false? There's more email addresses registered and active than social media handles of all the social media combined. That's true. That's true. The latest numbers show that that's true. And so you need an email address to get any of those social media handles in the first place. And then I asked a stupid question. Church comms. What's the correct question? What worked for other churches? Who are we trying to reach? How much should we spend? Or what tools should we use? Well, the right answer is, who are we trying to reach? Doesn't matter what you do with any of the what work for other churches. Doesn't matter who we trying to reach. How much should we spend? Doesn't matter who we trying to reach. What tools should we use? Doesn't matter who we trying to reach. What's the best way to do that to reach those people? And then all the tools and all those other questions come in. But the first question, the best question, who are we trying to reach? A lot of people got this one right. I'm very happy about that. And then the last question on the quiz, this was a tough one because almost everybody missed this one. Facebook has said its main goal is to create community, connections, conversations, or confusion. I'll let you think for a second. Community, connections, conversations, or confusion. Everybody, almost a lot of people said community. The second highest answer was connections. And the third highest answer was conversations, which is actually the right answer. Facebook has said their purpose is to create meaningful conversations between users. That's what they're trying to do now. Yes, it will create community. Yes, it will create connections. But that's not the goal, because anybody can do that. Meaningful conversations, though, that's hard to do. That's what they're trying to do. And when we miss that part, that's where all the announcements start happening on Facebook. So that was my little Instagram quiz. It did not go super well. The next question was, how do you feel like how'd you do on that? Because it would tell you the answer after you answered, whether you're right or wrong. And a lot of people were really discouraged. So sorry about that. But I was thinking about these things and going, yeah, these are tough questions. And honestly, this is what it's like to take a HubSpot test and be certified by HubSpot. There's often 2 or 3 good answers, but they want the best answer. And it's like, yeah, it does these 3 things, but which one is the best? It's really, really tough because often in communications, that's the question we have to answer, is not which one is the right answer, but which one's the best. You got 3 right answers. Which one's the best right answer? And that's tough. So when you're thinking about communications, don't get discouraged. It was a beatdown of a test. I didn't know it would be that hard, but it's a testimony that we're not all on the same page with everything all the time, and we all have things we can learn. Not that I don't have things to learn. Gosh, when I took that HubSpot test, it kicked my butt. But we can always learn and get better at what we do. So hopefully that was fun for you. It's fun for me. I like tests, but I'm a nerd like that. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great day. What questions would you ask on a Church Comms 101 quiz about the things that we do? Hit me up in the comments. Let me know, and I'd love to hear from you. All right. Well, that's all I have for today. See ya.